if you're going to be trying to do that against them, you have to take it away.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
but there's also, you got to think along the lines of Hosan probably took away Draven from him, maybe.
Yep.
Kha'Zix we've seen a heck of a lot of from Shushay and Spontex.
The thing is, both of these guys like Kha'Zix, so I don't know if you necessarily take it away. It then just becomes a priority pick, right? Because Shlaya has been playing a lot of it.
Against Evil Geniuses.
Yeah. Against Evil Geniuses, against all authority, played Kha'Zix. Against Froggen in the mid lane.
You could have a whole lot of against this. But speaking of hairy, there was Shushay. Here is Maluno, the new man in the jungle. He's not something new anymore. He's been there a month. He's well prepared for this one. And there's Mouvert, probably the most liveliest top laner, I think, in the game. Yeah. He's an excitable chap. So here we are, picks and bans. Wow, Elise, Taric, Draven, and Kha'Zix. So we kind of hit most of them there.
Wow. Yeah. So, yeah, the next one would be Sona, unless Dragonborns is deciding to first pick it. If we had the ban ticker out, there's still Vi that maybe Shushay could play. Shushay's had a tough week, by the way. Like his Vi, and I think it was his Elise as well, really got slowed down a lot. He was tried to make too many openings and kind of got himself in a bit of trouble in our previous games. So, the Shen ban.
The issue, I think, also, is that what we're hearing is that Shushay basically hasn't played in 2 weeks. Because he's not had internet. So how much do you think he's had a chance to adjust to 3.03? 3.03 has been out for 3 weeks, I believe.
Yes.
So he would have played a little bit of it.
I'm going to say not much. And especially the rust that goes in as we see the first pick Sona being locked. The rust, we asked some of the players about, it's like, why hasn't Shushay had internet for 2 weeks? He's like, welcome to Shushay. And you're like, I guess that explains it.
Ex-teammates, other teammates, everybody's kind of said that exact same thing. But there is the Xin Zhao ban, and as you mentioned, Sona, if they're not going to ban it, they're going to first pick it.
Exactly. So Jarvan has been the first pick for SK in a lot of these things. Kind of the last remaining unnerfed of the trinity of junglers that we've seen, right? Because Xin Zhao...
you just balance.
Hard balance.
Hard balance.
Soft balance. And what would be like a buff be? It would be like a... Yeah, just a balance.
Just a balance. Yeah.
Okay.
Nevertheless, we are waiting for the final pick. Renekton hasn't been banned out here, so ours is Freddy wanting to. Kale may have slipped through the cracks here. They may pick it up here. I think it's been banned a heck of a lot today. I think that's actually maybe the first game where he's snuck through.
We did see a Kale, but I might be running my games together, and that was an NA.
You're thinking NA.
I'm thinking of
NA.
NA.
We didn't see it in Europe today.
Nope, we haven't seen a Kale in NA today. I was thinking about St. Vicious getting ulted on Volibear and getting shut down, but there we go. Thing is here, is this going to be a Freddy Kale or is this going to be a Shlaya Kale? I feel like it's a Shlaya Kale because he plays 80 carry type things and he can really use the positioning and the attack moving and stuff in between fights for that, which would mean we'd also be able to get like Freddy on something like a Renekton, especially if Maluno goes up there because then he can chase down his lore brother for the rest of the game. Nasus will not escape him for a little while yet.
Forever.
Yeah.
But we do wait to see. They have 22 seconds to select it. It's going to be Hosan going for the Misfortune. He has run it before, but not to great success. Of course, he does leave many things open for Nono. Yeah, We've seen him play, what's he played? He's played Ezreal, obviously Vayne, of course, and Tristana.
Yes, so in this composition, they already have the Kale. They've banned away the Draven, but they're against a Misfortune. If he plays Caitlyn, it would be like the best pick for them here. But if he just wants to be comfortable, it's going to be like the Ezreal or the Vayne.
Well, we see Shlaya hovering over Thresh right now. Does Mouvert want to go for that one? They've been up against it. They got hooked in by Evil Geniuses with that Thresh. And it was interesting to hear Nif's decision. And actually, it echoes what a lot of supports have said. They're like, Thresh is not overpowered. It's all about the player right now.
Right, and a lot of him is just saying, I thought, you know, I wasn't doing much on Thresh, but everyone else thought I was amazing on it. He's just like, I guess I'll just keep playing Thresh if he works like that. And I love talking to supports too, because even talking to Corralius yesterday, we actually, even though we had a great interview, we kept talking afterwards. He was like, who was commentating that game? Because I heard people saying about my Sona ultimates, how I was only hitting one person. And it's like, how that was bad. He's like, I do that intentionally. Like, that's the way I play Sona. He will only use his crescendo on the highest priority target, and they use it kind of just like a pick. Get the stun, kill that target,
You are going to be dead,
just like the whole, and it's a different style for Sona. It obviously works for him, because, but then you look at someone like for Dragonborns, I feel like there's a couple interesting last picks, but I'm going to finish the Sona point first. sometimes Sona's just try to get as many people as possible in the Sona ult, but apparently there's just two different ways.
So,
yeah,
Syndra and Singed.
Absolutely.
Dragonborn's at it again.
I want to see who's playing Syndra. Like, if Xuxie's playing Syndra, maybe he plays a bunch of it. Maybe he's gotta be it, but he hasn't played in 2 weeks. And, like, Syndra is really good in the right hands, but I also feel like in the wrong hands, Syndra's one of the most useless champions in the game. If you screw around with those balls too much, you're going to kill yourself.
Well, we'll see whether... Oh, could we see the Rat as the final choice for Nono? I don't think we've seen him on Twitch yet.
No, that would be good. Rat with Twitch. This is what I've always wanted to do with Thresh. And it might probably work out. I want to open up in a really stupid place with Thresh in a team fight, wait for everyone to run towards you as a lantern's thrown on them, and as you're spraying, praying the whole team,
pull it in.
Just jump on the other side and shoot this way.
Yeah.
You're like, ha-ha! But I haven't seen it work out.
Well, we will see whether it works out, of course. It is going to be Xuxie by the looks of it. Spontex on that top lane doing the split push. Maluno is going to be taking Nasus and Hossein and Movet. So what do we see from these two teams other than your delightful attempt with Thresh?
Yeah, it looks like Against All Authority has a very strong team comp, but they don't have Sona for Corralius. He's going to be a little uncomfortable, so the no-no Twitch lane is going to be very interesting. They have a good kind of pseudo-protect the Twitch with really strong dive in Jarvan and Renekton, so that's just a standard comp. You look at Dragonborn's, and I don't know what to expect because I haven't seen Xuxie's Syndra before, and I haven't seen Spontex's Singe, so it'll very much depend on how they execute their solo lanes.
Well, you can see the teams on your screens. It's going to be the blue side of Dragonborns. Will they be able to compete the chaos? Compete?
What? Complete the chaos?
Complete. There wasn't the word I was after.
No.
Keep up the chaos is the word I was after. But maybe they could complete it. Is there a level up? Is there an option for chaos? I'm not too sure. What do you level up to?
You can despair.
Despair. I'm not sure about that one. It is, of course, the French team of Against All Authority, but with an Englishman leading the charge in the top lane, which keeps them in the battle. And it is Renekton again for Freddy122.
Yeah, he's in the side lane this time. And we were thinking yesterday that he wasn't going to be allowed to play Renekton, but I think he scared people off enough with his Karthus play and his Elise play that it's drawn enough bans and just distractions. They're like, all right, if you're really going to play Renekton in the top lane, we're going to let you do that, because they've actually won 2 of their games this season with him not even in the top lane.
So let's get things underway. It is going to be here. If you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, it is League of Legends. Of course, it is Dragonborns versus Against All Authority as the red team in the top. And last time they met, actually no, this is the first time they've ever met.
Really?
Yes, which is interesting for week 5.
Well,
they
aside
did
from
meet
the
in the
qualifiers,
qualifiers.
but for the actual LCS Season 3.
Against All Authority won in the qualifiers, actually.
In the game.
Don't know.
Accidental pause.
An accidental pause, I don't know. But we are underway, ladies and gentlemen, so hopefully things will start, and we have 2 games left to get the heck out of here.
Craziest LCS week. Disaster strikes.
Well,
wherever
you go. Yeah, so God forbid everyone in Deal.
Watch out. That's a small town.
Watch out, ladies and gentlemen.
Cologne can't handle it, or right outside the Staples Center decides to destroy itself. What's going to happen to Lille France?
What is going to happen in Lille France? What happens in Lille France will stay in Lille France, hopefully.
Yes.
But we do see the level 1 play potentially coming out, and not a great deal of warding, honestly, from the teams here. There's nobody going for those early ward positions. Everyone just simply using positional play. Was that an Explorer ward at the blue, or was that the one they put at the red?
That was a really weird ward, the one I just saw Dragonborn's placed down. They placed one in their own, like, outside red brush that's getting pinged like crazy by AAA right now. I don't know what these teams are having planned here, but yeah, just 2 wards from Against All Authority and just the 1 from Dragonborn's that I can see. Oh, no, 3 for Against All Authority.
So the Explorer was used in the tri-bush bottom by Dragonborns. Didn't see where it went for Against All Authority, but nevertheless, they aren't going to have anything crazy happening at level 1. So 2 minutes in, it's going to be the blue buff going across. Are they going to give this to Freddy122, or is he just helping Virtual out? He's just helping Virtual out for a long period. So it's going to be Freddy in the bottom lane. He's going to be 2v1. Top lane will be straight up 1v1, though, because we have lane swaps.
Yeah, but double mid is the big thing here. So Nono and Corralius will be trying to punish Xuxie here. Really trying to keep him down. I mean, Xuxie got 2v1'd against in the last game as well, and they ended up sending a support to try to help him out. He fell terribly far behind of, I think it was Ocelot's Zed in the mid lane. But this game might be another story. We'll see how he handles this, and also how Freddy likewise does it on Renekton.
Oh, he just had a look there. Oh, yeah, he'd been spotted by that ward. Absolutely.
That's why they're warded. How did they know?
They knew. They're sneaky. Hosan keeping Freddy 1-2-2 away from the farm. Is it going to be enough, though? And how is Shushe going to play on Syndra? This is another champion for him. And we talked about how many champions people have. Shushe has so many.
Yeah, he feels like he can play everything. So it's one thing that works for him, and it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because he sometimes picks up things, does terrible on them, or he just completely surprises people and obliterates them. But the counter jungling attempt came out from Against All Authority there, and it's really delaying Maluno's red buff here. He's actually had to pull Mouvert all the way over just to help him with it.
Well, we saw Hosan going 1v1 in the bottom lane before. Are we going to see Mouvert moving in towards the middle to help Shushe out again here to try and prevent this middle lane from going down?
I was thinking they might, but now that Mouvert is going all the way back to Hosan, Hosan does seem to be doing quite fine against Freddy. 8-20 now to 5 minion kills in the bottom lane, but I think a lot of that was in the 2v1. So if they left him too long against Renekton, I feel like the Freddy would be able to punish Hosan a bit.
He is one of those aggressive mid laners. Solo laners. So what? AD carries. That's the word I'm after. Oh, Shushe clearing out the wave quite heavily there, and a tower hit coming in towards Corellius. But of course, he did have that shield on, and as mentioned, Quickshot mentioned earlier on, it does buy you effectively 2 free hits from the turret.
Yes, sir, it does. I was trying to think about that. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, because the Thresh shield does 2 things. The interesting thing about Thresh Lantern is if you pull it back, you can then to like hand it around to the rest of your team. As Maluno gets deep on stuff.
Virtual going very deep on Maluno there and in towards the Wolves as Jaws joins me in the commentary.
Yeah, I got super confused there. This is what happens when we get off track.
This is what happens
lose
when
control
you
of the game.
You're very much off track, and it is going to be Virtual stealing away the Wolves. And we do see a teleport back, actually, from Spontex. So he's going back to buy. What will he pick up? It is going to be a Ruby Crystal, along with a bunch of health pots. Of course, he is solo laning that top towards with Slayer. Slayer definitely out-farming him right now.
And this is the thing we haven't paid much attention to, but Virtual coming behind Shushe has to flash away.
Shushe forced to flash, and Virtual comes in. And again, there it is, the Lantern, the shield, quite happily taking some free tower hits.
And let's just get back to this top lane, as Shushe's actually holding the turret off very, very well. The farm off between Spontex and Schleia isn't going that well. Schleia is almost doubling what Spontex has, and the hook lands on Maluna.
The hook on Maluna does manage to lash him out. I don't think they're going to keep him in place. He does have a red buff on, of course, but you do see Virtual continuing the evades here. And oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
You know, some people say Wither is so powerful that it actually stops people from moving. But that was weird. That was very weird.
That was weird. It was a lag spike, I believe.
I think that's what we call a lag spike.
Yeah, I think that's what it is known as in the business. Spontex in trouble here in the top lane and being forced away. Slayer, of course, is chasing a Singed in towards the poison. He has been back to buy. He's got himself some Berserker Greaves in that top lane. That's Kale.
Really going for move speed and attack speed. I mean, especially for Kale, keeping the distance from Singed is so important. Oftentimes, you can criticize players for building boots too early because they just lose the combat effectiveness. But in that particular situation, I think it's a really smart buy.
Very smart. We do see Hosan continuing this pressure in this mid lane. Shushe seems to have a good grasp of Syndra, throwing them balls in towards them and keeping them occupied. Freddy 1-2-2 meanwhile down in this bottom lane with the Fortitude Potion. Hasn't had to use it yet, but Hosan is keeping him pressured.
Yeah, but Nono is actually coming around the back. They pressured Shushe back to the turret enough, and Hosan's getting jumped on. He's already burned Flash.
He's had to burn the Flash out. He's going to get slowed down. He's going to get stunned out. He's going to try and turn the aggression back on towards Freddy. Freddy taken very low, but he's going to get away from it. And here comes Nono around the side. First blood goes down. It is Hosan that's going to get dropped. A Flash comes out from Mouved. He gets away, but more importantly, it's the AD carry Nunu picking up first blood.
First roam goes to the mid lane of Against All Authority, and they made Shushe pay for being ahead in the lane, really, because the lane swap up until then was really paying off for Dragonborns. Shushe was doing so much better than Freddy 1-2-2 in that lane. Now it's a little bit equalized.
So is this simply a case of communication? I know Twitch is a horrible thing to keep track of, but once you see Corellia starting to try and take the CS in that mid lane, you got to go, well, there's obviously the rat missing somewhere.
Yeah, that should have been the tip-off. A lot of times, especially when you see like a jungler come mid and just start CS, and you're like, hold on, he wouldn't be doing this and this mid was going to gank somewhere. And This actually reminds me of like the very first time I was playing this game against Twitch. My friend, I was against Twitch in the bottom lane, and my friend died mid lane to a Twitch gank, and he's like, why didn't you tell me Twitch was missing? I was like, because he's invisible. How am I supposed to know? But,
join the ranks of everyone that's ever played against Twitch for the first time. He's just why didn't you tell me he's missed? Really? Because back then he had a 60-second
stealth if you maxed
something like that, yeah. Absolutely crazy. So it's like, well, he went missing about a minute ago, and he could be anywhere right now, to be honest. He could just be in the bush.
So the one thing that I need to point out about this game as well is Maluno is getting heavily punished on his jungle Nasus. This is something that I feel like people have been able to exploit for a while, but every time someone's been picking jungle Nasus, no one attacks him early. Like, he doesn't have too many crazy tools early. He's not the best duelist. He doesn't have crazy stats. He doesn't have much mobility. And all the counter jungling that AAA has done against him is sending him back quite far. He's only level 4, 8 minutes, 20 seconds in.
Power chord and poke on towards Freddy 122 from move out there. And they are trying to grab hold of this bottom lane, keep the pressure on towards that turret. Hosan judging perfectly where that tower hit is going to come in, but we do see Virtual coming in once again, being very aggressive, honestly, on Jav, and he's been impressing me here. Virtual, considering he's one of the players that came into this, and he's just going to go diving deep on towards move out there. The teleport coming in on the Damascus standard as well, and it's going to be Slayer. The finishing hit will come out from Slayer. Wow!
That was aggression right there from Against All Authority. Out crazying the crazy Dragonborns. I was very surprised that Freddy was only level 4 before that gank. It turns out that the jungler Virtual had just taken so much of his experience, but they don't care. They're completely fine just aggressing. Freddy trying to bait out Hosan a little bit.
He's going to go in aggressive here. Who's going to have the damage between them? Slayer and Hosan going back and forth. Slayer's very well farmed, but the bullet time comes out there from Slayer. Catches him. He does manage to heal himself up. Well, Hosan, well, the man is aggressive. Let's put it that way.
He does not care about anything. He's trying to chase Slayer down. He can't go in.
He can't possibly go in.
That would be madness.
Wow. The power's in the hair, I feel.
Well, I liked the video yesterday. Is Hosan drunk when he was screwing around in the jungle for like 45 seconds after his quadra kill? And we're like, go back, what are you doing?
What are you doing? And ironically, I got to speak to him sort of the next game, and he was just like, my team are cats, I think is the phrase that I wouldn't normally use on stream. But he said, my team are not very aggressive, and they weren't really backing me up.
That's because they were dead. He just had a team fight. What did he expect?
I don't know. But he wasn't too impressed. He got a quadra kill in that game as well. He was happy with that. But that for me is also Dragonborns. It seems to be that they have that mentality, that solo queue mentality still, maybe, that they're a group of 5 players, but they're not quite playing as a team.
They just have incredibly high confidence throughout everyone. If someone gets going, they're able to go crazy. But now, Against All Authority, thinking about the Dragon, the problem is there's a Dragonborn's pink ward directly on top of that. Spontex wouldn't be able to come down there because unlike most Singes, he does not have a teleport. So AAA might look to either push mid or take a Dragon fairly shortly.
Continuing to keep the aggression. Nono was taken down very low by Shushay there, and he clears out these waves, no problem at all. Of course, that is the danger of a Syndra. He has incredible bursts, and they're leaving Spontex alone for a long time up here. He was around about 30 CS behind, but you can see the longer Slayer's been away from this lane, he is just gaining every advantage back, and you do see Slayer now coming back in. Spontex, where are you going?
He is a little confused right now, but it does look like Against All Authority doesn't want to try to go on him. It's a Singed with his ult, with Flash, and with Ghost. I can only imagine that AAA would waste time catching him, but they might try to burn his Summers. Here we go.
They are going to dive in towards him. You can see, as he's mentioned, he has got ultimate. There it is. The Ghost gets popped as well, and he just runs away. And only 2 summoners, but well, 1 summoner burnt and the ultimate.
Yeah, so he knew he was safe in that situation, but they forced him to get ultimates. And just the spray and farm from Nono, trying to clear the wave as Dragonborns is going for the Dragon here.
Yeah, he took Shushay very low. The help comes in on towards Mover. The box comes out. Is Mover going to be able to get away from this one? Does flash out. The Ignite's there. Crescendo comes out just at the right time. You can see Hosan was just about to use bullet time, but immediately got stunned out there. Very nicely played. Hosan does pick up the kill on Nono, but he's going to get paid for it with his life. It's a double kill for Corellius. Corellius has to get out because here comes Shushay coming back to the fight. He has got his ultimate available. Can he pop it in there? No, he's going to have 1 second. There it is. Now it's up. Can he? He's already used Flash. He's got Ignite. He just wants to throw a ball out. He gets on Virtual. It's enough to do.
So a 3 for 2, I think, at the end of the day for them. They also were able to pick up the Dragon. You're saying something about balls there. I wasn't able to quite catch it because too much was happening in the fight. But Xuxe still has his ultimate, and that was a very good play by Dragonborns. I gotta say, that was really all started when Spontex just baited the 2 people to go up top for him, wasted a bunch of time, gave them the opportunity, and they took advantage.
I honestly don't know what I'm saying right now as it is, though. Slayer does take a tower down, that is for sure, and the gold switches back and forward as a turret in the top lane goes down because of Spontex's split farming that has been starting to work out very well. So Slayer, despite bullying him in the lane phase, has kind of let Spontex right back into this game, and you can see between the gold, it is so close, despite the fact first blood did go to Slayer.
And
actually, no, wasn't it? He got the second kill.
First blood was, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So Spontex, though, a little bit of a different Singed build. So many of them have been going Tear the Goddess. What did you just do?
Quick Shot owes 20 euros to Spontex.
Because he built Boots of Swiftness? What
Okay, if you've ever seen Spontex out and about, in the boots he wears, they look just like Boots of Swiftness. And we said, if you ever buy Boots of Swiftness on any champion at all, that might happen. And oh, good lord, he's actually gone and done it. Well, I mean, it actually fits. It fits Singed so well.
They used to be called like Boots of Singed before they got changed for the Season 3 because they're actually a good item on him. So here we go. I mean, Spontex still trying to split push around. The nice thing about this is it reduces the effectiveness of slows on him. So if he's trying to run at Kale, he might actually be able to close the distance despite getting hit by Kale. So Schley is teleporting in bot, though.
He's teleporting in. He's going to slide through. They're going to surely catch out Hosan. There's no way he can escape this one. And his support is backing away. Look, Mube's like, oh, I don't think I can save him. Oh, I know what. I tell you what, if it had landed the crescendo, they would have got a kill on Freddy, but it probably would have been the death of him.
Yeah, it would have been the difference between a 1-0 or a 2-1, and they decided to keep the game a little bit slower. Muber wants that for the next team fight. Maluno might be getting back in the game a little bit. He had that really good Dragon attempt. He's got his assist back up. He's out farming Virtual, and despite the early counter jungling, he's getting going.
He's absolutely got going. As it stands, that top lane, it's going to continue getting pushed if they don't deal with Spontex. He went for the Warden's Mail. That actually is purely about what the lane he's against. He's against Slayer, and he's decided, well, you're going AD, so I'm going to... Oh, no! Xuxe is getting caught, but can he turn it around? No, he can't, because No has the damage.
That was a little bit foolish by Xuxe right there. He's completely glass cannon, and will they be able to get Spontex this time? He still has Flash.
He does manage to slow him down. He chases back on towards Slayer, flings him into it, and throws the glue down, and he's gone.
Doesn't care. He still has Flash and Ghost, actually.
That's why he's got Boots of Ability. He can just run away. Boots of Swiftness, damn it.
Reduces the effectiveness of the Reckoning from Shlea, and he's reducing his attack speed, so he's going to do whatever he wants in that lane.
No cares given, I believe is the phrase, but I couldn't repeat the exact one on air. Freddy122 back in this bottom lane. He's had a Renekton banned against him so many times, and honestly, he is out farming Hosan right now.
This has got to be a very, very sad day for Freddy122. Hosan beating him up because he's been stuck in this 1v2. He was level 4, 8 minutes into the game. He's getting out-leveled by 2 levels to the 2v1 lane. So everyone else on Against All Authority is doing quite well, but Freddy122 is really struggling. He's 3,300 gold, which is 300 less than Thresh right now. He's a support Renekton.
And here comes Virtual poking him back on there. No comes around the side, but Xuxe just pops him where he stands. And now Virtual's in trouble. They turn this one around. Hosan gets the kill. And now they're chasing, pushing forward. Bullet time pops, clears the way. They go for the turret.
And we'll see if Corralius can stop them from going here, but Freddy is too weak right now. They missed the hook. This turret's dead.
The turret is dead, and well, that is the difference. See, Xuxe going on Syndra. I mean, No's going to come out, but everybody knows he's a squishy rat, and Xuxe has so much burst capabilities, he just destroyed him before he had a chance to do anything.
Yeah, when Syndra gets 7 orbs out, it's more damage than Vigar ult up to like several hundred ability power bonuses. It's an incredibly potent nuke, and look at this. Hosan getting hooked in, but I have to emphasize how weak Freddy and Corralius are as a duo right now.
And there is another turret going down, so that's 3-1 in turrets for Dragonborns right now, and it seems to start working out. Spontex has just stolen away the red buff, I feel in the jungle there. Slayer is going to take down the top turret to try and get some return kills, but the gold advantage still with Dragonborns.
That was really not worth the red buff steal by Spontex there. He would have been able to save a turret, but instead he's denying the red buff from Twitch, who last fight Xuxe completely neutralized by one-shotting him. So questionable decision, but Dragonborn still up in this one. That's the 2,000 gold lead. The kills have evened out. I mean, the Dragon is up in about 30 more seconds. Spontex will have to push this one out really quick because I believe Against All Authority is going to look for another fight at Dragon.
Yeah, looking to take away the Wolves and heading towards that mid lane. Where will they split off? Is Freddy going to stay down there? Looks like Dragonborn's certainly going to come around, taking around the Golems just in time for Dragon to spawn. Shushay already moving into position, as are the rest of the team. And now we also see Spontex. He's starting to head south, so he's going to be in position as well. So everybody getting ready for this Dragon fight.
So if we see the full 5v5 clash, I really like the completed items that we're seeing out of Dragonborn's. Runic Bulwark, Deathcap, Bloodthirster, all right there. And Freddy, if they start the fight without him, they're screwed.
He's dead, completely caught out of position. The two carries, are they going to slide in? They're going to get the damage down. Shushay is taken very low. They will get him down. The Cataclysm and the hook on towards Hosan. This could turn very nicely. It's a double kill for Slayer.
Spontex and Maluno got caught around. Spontex is trying to push mid. Maluno never came down to support, so they actually lost that fight 2-for-1, but they're trying to put the map pressure out. Spontex still split pushing.
Spontex, he's also got Maluno. They're both running in towards that middle in a turret, and they're going to leave Virtual to solo out this Dragon. They have to get back and try and protect it out, so Dragon Balls may well have deflected the danger here. Movet's also going against Nono.
Yeah,
oh, he's caught.
Up top, Slayer's also getting 1v2'd.
Slayer's getting 1v2. Movet has to use the crescendo. Slayer's going to go down, has to use his intervention. Is it going to be enough to help him get away? Flashes in towards his team. He's going to run and turn a burn towards his teammates. The hook comes in there on towards Spontex, pulls him into the box, but he's already down. And now Corellius is in trouble. The glue gets thrown down. Corellius is going to go down, gifting a kill. Oh, the flash! But it's just the poison tick does manage to take him down.
No is like right next to him. I thought he was going to open up.
Oh my word.
I thought he was going to just open up and get destroyed.
It's a possibility. Maluna looking to try and come in and get the smite. Did he get it? Yes, he did. And it's a steal for Maluna.
Great opportunity for Dragonborns there. The turrets got even out, but Dragonborns was running amok. Maluno and Spontex just tag teaming most of Against All Authority and coming out ahead of that one. They lost the bottom turret, but they don't really care about that, I think. Spontex hasn't used Flash, I think, this entire game. Maybe he'll get some epic Flash flip on Nono at a game-deciding point in the match, but even without teleport, Spontex is doing quite well.
So, despite all the advantages going back and forward, it is still Dragonborns with the lead. 3 kills apiece on turrets. 3 kills apiece, that's horrible. 8 kills each. In terms of champions,
yeah,
is what I was after. 20 minutes gone in this game. It's a pretty lively one. Honestly, for only 16 kills in the entire match, it seems a little bit more epic.
And I think the reason for that is the 6 turret kills being dispersed evenly only on the outer turrets has created a really open battlefield, so to speak. There's been a lot of just running around and ridiculousness that's happened so far. Spontex with his Swifty boots has also been a little bit crazy, and he's ignoring the slow from Shlaya. Here we go.
Here comes Syndra as well. Shushay gets in, they pops it down, intervention used. Spontex keeping him busy. He's got 4 balls out, he 5-ball finishes him off, and well, Corellius tried to do as much as he can, but Shlaya was a dead man.
You say gave him the old 5-ball, I guess that makes sense now. He's 5-balling him. That's the Syndra combo. You finish him off, but they finish Shlaya. He's struggling now. He won so well in the early game. He's left the lane to do other things, and now he's got an incredibly unconventional KO build. A Ginsu's Rageblade with the Nashor's Tooth, and then the Berserker Greaves is not your typical build. A lot of times you'll see the Magic Pen stack with the Nashor's Tooth, maybe a Leandry's or something like that, but not this time.
Well, Maluna comes around, puts that ward down, and throws on the slow on towards Freddy 1-2-2. Spontex now back in the mid lane. He's farming like a champion. He's got that Rod of Ages. He's got the Warden's Mail. He's going to go for Randians, I guess, next. Possibly to make him that bit more tanky. And then, honestly, I'm not too sure what people can do to him then. He's just going to be a right pain.
Yeah, it's such an auto-attack
He's just hitting the turret.
Such an auto-attack reliant team comp that Against All Authorities put together. So once he's got that Randuin's, he's incredibly
still tanking
potent. He does not care.
He does not care, but Maluna might, because he's been caught out in position, and there's going to be 4 men pulling him in there. He does see the crescendo coming out, but it's simply just not going to buy him enough time, and he does get taken down.
Yeah, I
feel he got baited by it isn't, but they said don't push please, because they wanted to test it, and then straight away we see Shushay killing No.
Shlaya is hitting Baron. This is weird.
I feel he's going to kill himself. Yeah, he wants to kill himself. He wants to clear something. No,
this analysis is lacking, actually. Yeah. If I had to guess, there is something going on with his auto attack being broken, and he's trying to clear it with death. I have no idea what the bug was. That would be a guess.
His E's bugged, apparently.
Yeah.
Which would be his attack, his auto attack type. Well, it's like ranged attack. Well, I guess he sorted it out.
KDA ruined.
I ruined my KDA right there. I think a few other games may have done that for him, but nevertheless, he's 4-3-1, so he's not doing too bad.
We are not, and he is not. And the great thing is that doesn't count as a kill or a bounty for anyone else. Baron became a little bit stronger. That didn't really happen. Baron doesn't get bounties. But
you could just keep people fooled and keep putting it out there and saying if you feed many kills to it, then the buff gets stronger. Just something like that, just to toy with people.
Yeah, I almost want to feel like I should start telling like terrible League of Legends lies just because people trust me so much right now. Be like, well, Jat said this. And it's
Jat said it.
Did you know Twitch's ultimate has a 2.0 AP ratio? And they like wouldn't even check, and you'd see death cap Twitches.
Well, I've heard that Twitch is a very strong late game.
Yeah, I heard that shit. Shots fired. Bazinga right there.
Yeah, so nevertheless, back to the game. Let's have a look at what we've got. You can see it on your screen. You can see Spontex incredibly strong. Rod of Ages, Rylers as well. And wow, with those boots of swiftness, he's just going to farm out the waves. Maluno building up his Q, continuing on there. And against all authorities have been pressured here. And honestly, I think they should be because we've seen a bit of a push up the mid.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've already mentioned it, but the Hosan's got the Genja build, double Bloodthirsters on Misfortune.
Yeah.
So there's very small amounts of armor on Against All Authority right now if you don't take Freddy into account. If he lands a good bullet time in this one, he's going to absolutely destroy them.
Okay, when we had Hosan on here before, actually, Shushay throwing the blue buff around there. When we had Hosan on here before, he was saying, I don't like buying a defensive item. If I need a defensive item, it will be another Bloodthirster.
Lifesteal, he's healing himself, he's buying healing. It's the smartest thing he could possibly do right now, but honestly, I love the MF build.
They've seen Slayer. Oh my god, they've gone in here. What are they doing? There's going to be a teleport surely coming in as well. Williams trying to keep an eye on that one. Crescendo catches 4 members there, and Nono around the back is getting targeted by Hosan. Hosan actually got the wolves on him as well. Poison on him. Freddy122 has taken down Jushay. That's going to be a big chunk of damage. Ghost used by Maluno. He's going to run away from this one. Hosan caught out, but that's going to be Maluno now caught. Slayer taken very low. Spontex now in the fight. Comes straight in, goes in towards Slayer, takes him down. Bullet time not really hitting anyone from Hosan off the side down. Maluno does go down. Now Spontex gets hooked in, but he's keeping the poison ticking. And just around the side comes Hosan. He's going to keep getting the damage down. Virtual's in trouble. He's going to slide on through, but he's going to get dropped. There's one. Can they turn it around? Nono's taken incredibly low around the side. That's going to be a double kill. Can he make it a triple? Muvet's going to get taken down. Flipped in towards it. He gets dropped. And now we're going to see one more chase. It's going to be Hosan on Freddy122. And it's a triple kill and an ace for Dragonborns. Crazy fight.
Double Bloodthirsters for Hosan, even though he missed the bullet time. They just couldn't touch him. Spontex also with that Warden's Mail and so much farm on now 4-0-4 Singed. They basically 2v4'd that once the fight was already started. Against All Authority really has to figure out a way to deal with Spontex because with his zoning and the lifesteal of Hosan, they had no answer.
He's just going aggressive.
Him under the turret.
He's going straight on it. He's forced intervention out, and Hosan gets away from the tower damage, but wow, intervention already used out from Slayer.
That was a little obscene. The Gwinsu's Rage Blade build on Schlea is not working out for him that well. He needs to be able to spike Hosan out if he's got those double Bloodthirsters. He's not going to out-auto attack him, especially when he's got his impure shots going, and that was one-sided affair. Now they're going for Dragon, but AAA is on the hunt.
They're coming straight back in for Dragon. We're going to see seconds out. Round 2, ladies and gentlemen. In the red trunks against All Authorities. In the blue trunks, it's going to be Dragonborns, and they're going in for the Dragon here. It is Maluno coming around with the smite. He manages to get one. Corellius is going to get picked up. It's going to be the kill for Shushay. It is going to be Maluno going down. It's a 1-for-1 right now. They're trying to keep off the side there. It is going to be Spontex getting out of the way this time, and it's a straight-up trade, but it's a Dragon once again for Dragonborns.
That was a sad thing. Jarvan and Renekton were both beating on Spontex, who was at a quarter health in the jail. He was just standing there, and they were completely unable to touch him. He then later just decided,
and then finally used his flash.
Out of the goodness of his heart, he decided to flash away. I feel like he could have killed everyone on Against All Authority. This is getting out of hand with the Randwins now being completed. I think Bloodthirster number 3 is going to be building up on Hosan. He does not care. This is looking good for Dragonborns.
Would it be wiser to go some attack speed? I mean, obviously he has got his E, is it?
Yeah.
attack speed anyway.
It would be much better for him to go with the Last Whisper right now. He's already got 400 attack damage, and he really needs the armor penetration, but it's his impure shot that actually gives him 50% attack speed for 6 seconds, and then it gives him ramping damage on every shot on the same subsequent target. But yeah, he's going for style points, I think. Kind of like when Xpeke did the triple Rod of Ages on Zyre. He's like, well, I bought 2. I might as well buy a 3rd.
Why the hell not?
Yeah.
I mean, what else am I going to buy? We're also seeing Xuxe with a rather strong build starting to gather up here. He's got that Ceres Embrace, the Rabadon's Death Gap, and now has just bought himself another Blasting Wand. What's he going to head towards with those Sorcerer's Boots? Of course, you know, Syndra just can output so much damage if caught in the right place at the right time. And honestly, Against All Authorities have been gathering up for fights. That's a dangerous, dangerous start.
Yeah, so for Against All Authorities to actually come back in one of these fights, they got to do a couple things. Xuxe is very, very squishy despite being high damage output. They would have to find a way to hit him first or Hosan. They have to somehow get through Spontex and Miluno and get to them. Another thing is Shlea on Kayle has to use intervention on the target that Xuxe ults. You can see it coming if you're very, very quick with it. The orbs, the multiple shots have a big travel time, and they hit as individual packets, so you can pretty much block everything if you see it coming. It's very hard. We'll see if they can do it when they fight.
Spontex is also going to back off. He's going to buy 404 currently in that top lane. Let's see what else he picks up as it stands. Damage across the board. Finally gets himself a little chain vest just to put on across that big Randian omen he's got. Oh, Slayer spotted. Hosan thought about going up there, sees no as well. Thought better of it, backs off.
So what is Dragonborn's going to do here? Because they have the control, it seems, right? They've neutralized the game. Against All Authority, still looking to fight. I'm expecting a fight very, very soon. I think as soon as Miluno gets like a wither on anyone, they're just going to all in.
They're going for it. It's Nunu. Look at the damage coming out, but he can turn in the intervention just in the right place. Is that the right time? Will that turn the fight for them? They have to try and take some advantage with that AD carry going down, but Corralius has been caught out by Spontex. He gets flipped through. He's in the poison, but that shield is already very strong from Corralius.
And it's a 4v5, but Dragonborn's is still pushing against All 30, trying to split push the lanes a little bit. The middle turret is at half health. I don't really know what Dragonborn's plan is here, but they're going to keep going up mid.
It's like, we don't have an AD carry, but what the hell? Let's just run up the mid anyway and see what they do about it. Because, of course, Slayer is off the side split pushing.
If they don't deal with Shlea pretty soon, they're going to be in big trouble. Actually, Against All 30 should push out and try to mess with Dragonborn's.
They're going to mess with Spontex. They caught the hook. He was backing off right in a bush there. No is about to come around the side. Here he comes. Spray and pray gets popped, but look at him. He's just untouchable. And now they're going to turn it around. Xuxe is back in the fight. Look, they're all just getting bundled up. Balls are flying all left, right, center. The teleport comes in from Slayer. Miluno now off the other side. We are going to see Hosan running into this fight in a moment. Nobody dies, though, and everybody backs off.
The turret was taken down, though, miraculously in the side. There's giant music playing in the side that's distracting us, and the turret went down. We'll see how this plays out. 16-14, this is nuts.
This is nuts indeed, and it's almost reminiscent of a rave party going on. It's 16-14 in kills, 5-4 in turrets, just a 4,000 gold split between the two. And well, you can see the gold difference. Both AD carries are monsters right now, and it's becoming a problem for anyone involved. But you saw the damage already going on towards Spontex because he is the highest man of the game. Actually, tell a lie, Hosan's just surpassed him. But this is very, very tight in terms of skill, gold, and items.
Right, and a little bit of what we saw in that last fight was No baiting out a perfect fight with Hosan. If they can get everyone to collapse down onto No, then they can pop the Kayle ult, and his spray and pray will be able to take all of them out. I've seen Good Game University over in North America actually do this very well in week 1. Some really good Twitch Kayle comps can pull this out.
So the Infinity Edge is about to get built up as well. By the looks of it, for Hosan, Infinity Edge has been completed by Nunu, as well as that Blade of the Rune King Zeal in there as well. Gonna get that Phantom Dancer in just a moment. We see the Pink Ward Lash fight going out between the two supports, and it does look like the top lane is gonna get shoved on. Looks like a Baron Dance, I think.
Baron Boogie. I need to think of more Baron Boogie terms, but they have Pink Ward in. Against All 30 has to check. There's an Oracle's on Corralius, but he's not really weak enough to face check anywhere. And They are both just going for turrets. Who's going to back
race.
off first? Are they playing chicken?
It's a base race. Neither are chickens, to be honest. This Dragonborn's certainly not a chicken. They're going to feel they have enough to take this one, but with Kale and the Demacia standard, surely Against All Authorities can push quicker.
This would be a very close base race. Nasus takes down turrets incredibly fast, but so does Twitch and Kale. All the other attackers on one side. Right now, Against All Authorities ahead. Dragonborns is going to have to back out, I think.
Spontex is going back, but I'm not too sure if it's going to be too late.
Him.
They're going to lose a lot of the turrets here. He's going to go back. The rest of the team, no, they're hanging. They've cancelled it. You can see Shusha. He's going to go back. They're going to go on the Nexus turret. He jumps right in, flashes out. They're going to go on towards the Nexus. There's a lot of damage coming out there. He's trying to do what he can to delay it. 3-1-2-2. There comes the balls. It's Against All Authorities. He's taking it. Wow! Nexus turrets were also down, I should add, for Against All Authorities. But wow, a base race to end the thing. And honestly, that is perfect from Against All Authorities because Dragonborn had that one.
If any team is going to just decide to do a base race and agree to it, it's going to be Dragonborns, but it is their downfall. They're so excited. How often do we get to see base race endings? I know Dragonborns thought with the Nasus they'd be able to finish it off, but they just started in the disadvantage.